What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Dipped in Tone. I'm Rhett.
I'm Zach.
I'm Addison.
Yeah, we're getting there today, boys.
Yeah, we are.
Exciting episode planned today. I was going to say we've had this one planned for a while, but we didn't. We just came up with this last night. But I think it's a good idea.
We kind of already done this, but we're doing it again in a different way.
Have we done this?
Uh-huh.
When did we do this?
I was still at Novo.
Oh, it's been a while.
It's been a minute, but anyway.
We're going on 5 years, y'all. It's hard to remember everything we've done here.
So, Addison,
Yeah.
since you're on the far left of my screen.
Oh, okay. Hey,
you're
mine
going to go
too.
first.
Yes.
How you doing?
I'm. You know what? Life is crazy right now. I never want to lead with, oh, we're so busy or we're so, whatever. But we still don't know where we're living, so we're probably putting our stuff in storage. We're moving in with some friends. Our water got shut off last week. We had to get it turned back on. Our power got shut off yesterday. We had to turn that back on. I mean, it's chaos, right? We got to go back to Kansas City last minute for a family thing. I won't get into details, but life's crazy right now. But we're alive. I'm baking good bread. My little handle is Addison Sourdough Savan. If you guys didn't notice that,
Yeah, give us the sourdough update.
did you guys see yesterday's post of
No.
my slice of bread? Okay, looks
I
like
saw
a
it, yeah.
cute little bunny rabbit. A couple people commented and they're like, "Dude, that's a good looking slice." So I'm baking good bread out here. I've got 2 more loaves in the fridge that'll get baked tonight.
So you got like an assembly line rolling here then.
Oh well, I'll probably bake. I don't know, 4 to 4. I'm baking 4 loaves a week right now.
Damn.
So it's not that many. It's not that.
At what
many.
point does this just become a business for you when you open a bakery?
I'm trying not to become the millennial stereotype of turning everything.
Just
that
embrace
I
it,
do
dude.
into-
We're all of us are millennials here, and we're all
That's right.
stereotypical in some way. So just lean into it.
Everything else I do is like that. I'm like, how can I make money at this? How can I leverage that?
Can I turn this hobby into a side hustle so that I can end up hating it?
Exactly. Yes. Which I don't want to do. So thankfully, I don't think I can turn my love of reading science fiction books into money. Maybe I can at YouTube channel. I could.
You could,
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, you could definitely do that.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of the Expanse series. If anyone's a sci-fi reader, do you know what that is, Zach?
I've seen this show.
Oh, okay. Oh, the books are incredible. So good. So, anyways, that's what's going on in my world. How about Rhett? You're next. How about you go?
Popcorn,
because you're in the middle.
Popcorn, Rhett. Man, we're so busy right now. Just so many things going on.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, things are good. We're just hanging in there. Things are like you. Well, actually, no, not like you. Our world is not seemingly like being barely held together like you're going through right now. So
Falling apart.
yeah, you'll get through it though. Don't worry about it.
We will.
I don't know, man. Things are good. Gearing up for a trip coming up. This will be our last sort of big trip of the year. Going to Bentonville, Arkansas for 2 bike races. Going to do some riding out there, and then we've got some friends of ours in the bike world put on this event in Patagonia, Arizona called Spirit World Gravel, which is this 100-mile gravel ride. It's not technically a race. It's a ride that goes from Patagonia down to the U.S.-Mexico border and rides along the border and comes back. And so I'm training for that right now because it's pretty stout. I was looking at I put this off for a while, but I was looking at the route and I was looking at the elevation profile, and it's pretty hard. So I've put on a couple of pounds since my race back in June. So I'm trying to get back in fighting shape and getting ready for that. So
How do you train for elevation changes?
you ride your bike a lot, and you ride your bike on hills a lot.
Okay.
And you, so I have one of my bikes I have is a single speed, meaning that it's just one gear, like the bikes we all grew up riding as kids.
Right.
And so single speed's fun because it forces you in one gear all day. So when you get on a climb or whatever, you're just sitting there grinding it out, which is good training for the legs. I'm not taking the training too seriously. I'm not following a specific schedule, and I've got a lot of other stuff going on that is taking a lot of focus. So the bike training is sort of taking a backseat to that, but the other stuff is exciting, but I can't quite talk about it yet. Hopefully in a few weeks, I'll be able to share what's going on that side of things. But yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah. So, when you said Patagonia, I was like, oh,
I know,
man, he's going
I know.
to, like, South America.
Dude, I really want to go
So
to Patagonia,
cool.
the capital P Patagonia. No disrespect to Patagonia, Arizona. I've heard it's beautiful, but yeah, is it Chile? Yeah. Patagonia, Chile. Yeah.
I think so.
Chile.
Chile.
Which Chilean and Argentinian wines are my Argentinian, however you say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Two best areas for red wine, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next up, Addison's going to be going for his sommelier.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That's
my next
endorsement. What do you
business.
call that? Not an endorsement.
Sniffing and spitting.
That's the business name right there. You could be a sommelier consultant and call it sniffing and spitting.
Gross. It's great. It's a brilliant idea.
You know.
Zachary, what's new with you?
Well, we just finished. Well, we are about to be completely done with the next release. The guys are packing them all up to ship across the world. There are 3 gigantic boxes going to Japan. So you guys know what it is, i.e. Rhett and Addison guys. The rest of the world doesn't yet, but that's all pretty much done. So now it's like on to the next thing. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I get really, as soon as like one project kind of slows down and begins to, stop, I get real antsy. And so I'm like trying to figure out the next big project, but just trying to, gear up for the fall, which is, I mean, who knows what the retail season at the end of this year is going to be like, but we're crossing our fingers over here at Mythos and High Voltage HQ. But apart from that, it's just been like nose down, trying to stay focused and make as much content as possible. But man, it's hard.
Given the events of the last couple of weeks, I think we could safely say that all of us in the entire United States are kind of crossing our fingers right now that we just make it to the holiday season, just in general. So
I want to make it.
We just want to make it, on that segue. Hey, look at the merch we're all wearing, guys. Look at this. This fine apparel is available for sale. You could be dressed just like us, your favorite podcasters. If you follow the link down below in the description or the show notes, if you're listening. My shirt says Knob Snob, and I definitely knew this. I didn't have to ask what the number meant, but Zach, do you want to explain this for our viewers and listeners? I definitely knew this already. I just want to make sure everyone else is on the same page.
Right. So the shirt says established 1994 because that knob, the Davies 1470, first became like commonplace in the guitar world on the Klon Centaur. And so
that's right.
And I will have the internet know I drew that knob.
Right.
In Illustrator.
Yep. And as with it being associated with the Klon Centaur, we're asking a cool $6,000 for each shirt, but they're limited run and we're only making 8,000 of them. So once they're gone, they're gone. So, and
it comes with a power adapter. So, you're golden.
Yeah. So buy some merch, links down below. Also join us on Patreon. We got a good crew of patrons here hanging out with us live while we're recording right now in the chat. Chat's kind of flying by today. It's kind of hard to pay attention to. They're going to get to see the bonus episode, which we are going to record after this episode. So if you want to get more Dipped in Tone, more Addison, Zach, and Rhett, sign up for the Patreon. It's a great way to support what we're doing here.
And thanks to this episode's sponsor, Sweetwater. Sweetwater has, everything, almost everything under the sun for your guitar, your creative, all your endeavors in this space. You can get that gear at sweetwater.com. Follow the links down below. There's some affiliate links down there for getting these sort of pieces of equipment that we use to create the show. And if you want to be a cool podcaster like us,
we all know you do. It's
just one Sweetwater cart away, right?
Yeah. Just go straight to Sweetwater, and then just like that, you can have an award-winning, world-renowned podcast just like us.
We have awards?
We do. Or we will.
Yes.
I'm, what do they call it? Manifesting. I'm manifesting that right now. Yeah, my Sweetwater cart right now is full of some pretty obscure things, mainly power adapters for the Chalks power supplies, because I'm building a rig right now that's pretty interesting. It's not guitar pedal based, and it requires some interesting power options. And I'm a big fan of the Chalks power supply options, and so I need some of their adapters, and I've got like 6 of them in my cart at Sweetwater right now, which I'm just now realizing I've had in there for a week and forgot that it was in there. So I'm gonna.
And hold on.
Speaking of obscure power adapters, oh, you got it. That's right. I saw this.
I got one of these.
Yeah, dude.
At the behest of Rhett from Sweetwater.
Oh yeah.
And I got it for cheaper than Rhett got
you
his
did.
on Reverb. So thanks, Sweetwater. And really is incredible. It's a special.
Yeah. So you are digging it, right? Like it's not just me, because this is one of those things between us. This could go either way. You know, you and I are similar in a lot of ways, but we're very, very different in a lot of ways too. So I wasn't sure if you were going to get on with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely got a lot of buttons and stuff that I got to learn how to use. But the initial impressions, I just plugged it up to something an amplifier we'll talk about here in a little bit, and it was just it was a time machine kind of.
Dude, how satisfying are those buttons?
I love it, and they make such a good sound.
Oh yeah.
Just
Do you see what I mean though? Like the dimple or whatever, like fits the tip of your finger perfectly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like a little keycap, like on my fancy keyboard here.
Dude, great, cool. Okay, so Addison, do we have a hot take?
We always got a hot take. Today's is really good. I saw this afternoon. I was like, what a good conversation. Rudy submits, hello, Dipped in Tone gang. My hot take is that Squier has become a far more compelling option for guitarists than Fender has been in the past few years. There are affordable guitars for the beginner. And then he says Sonic, Bullet, Affinity Series. There are great options for the intermediate and pro players, classic vibe and contemporary. And they offer creative takes on classic models, Paranormal Series. There are also great mod platforms and a great way to work on your guitar luthier chops. Love the podcast, and I can't wait to see the chaos unfold. Love you guys. Thanks, Rudy.
Interesting take, Rudy. I agree with the statement that Squier is a compelling case for most guitar players. And I do think Squier has stepped their game up in the last few years. I mean, there's a lot of options. Pretty much everything is really good and really cool. I think I've got an Affinity Strat downstairs that I've had for a few years. It's great. You know,
I feel like getting a Squier. Okay. Here's my advice for anyone out there looking at a Squier. If you buy it from somebody like Sweetwater, or any store that's going to put the work in and set it up and make sure it's like great, I think they are probably the best bang for your buck, especially for the cheaper ones. Those guitars, the Affinities and all those like really affordable ones are not bad. But I've had some hit or miss experiences getting them direct.
Yeah.
To where, they just, like any company, they pull something off the shelf, they slap a label on it, and it's off to me. And I had something that the neck pocket wasn't cut correctly. So the neck was crooked, and you could not straighten it unless you rerouted the neck pocket. But that said, I have another Squier I recently got on trade, and it's incredible. So I think for the most part, they're really great starting points. The only thing you have to be aware of, and I think the only downside to Squier, is that a lot of times some of the hardware, if you want to upgrade it, it's not like a 1-to-1 swap.
Yeah, they're using different sizes of hardware and things like that. Yeah.
Even like on a Strat, an import Strat or a Squier Strat, like the saddles and the spacing is different. So you can't just take any off-the-shelf replacement bridge and just throw it on there. So you kind of have to do your due diligence. But for the most part, I think you're right. I think they're really great. But are they more compelling than Fender?
That's the part I'm hung up on. So I think the sort of, I think Squier now means a different thing than it did when I was coming up as a guitar player, where people just didn't want to be seen playing a Squier. I think they've done a good job with offering a lot of really cool options and varying price points at pretty substantially improved quality over what I remember playing as a kid. So that now that Squier badge doesn't necessarily mean like, oh, you didn't want a Fender or something like that. Is it a more compelling case than Fender? It's hard to say, because Fender has such a wide variety and swath of options. I'm working on a video right now about who makes the best American Strat. That's kind of the overall theme of the video. But really what I want to talk about is how I think Fender is really screwing up with flooding the market of models. Like, I think as of right now, I need to go back and check this, but what is there, like 8 different models, 7 or 8 different non custom shop American made Stratocasters. It's
Really?
kind of obscene, right? Think about it. You have the American, the Ultra 2. You have the Ultra Luxe Vintage 2. You have the American Vintage 2. You have the, I'm forgetting one. I'm forgetting a couple of them.
The American Professional.
American Professional.
And the American Performer.
So that's 5. And then I think there's a 6th. Well, and then underneath all of those, there's different options. There's HSS, triple single coils. There's just way too much going on. So getting back to the Squier thing, like, is it a more compelling case than Fender? Oh, well, which Fender are we talking about?
Yeah.
It's hard to, you can't just paint with that broad of a brush, I think, in this particular instance.
Yeah. And I feel like as great as Squiers are out of the box, you know, like I said, if they're set up well, and some folks in the chat said they got some direct and they were great. So, you know, hey, your mileage may vary, but I don't know if I've ever played a Squier that grabbed me as much as even a good standard setup Fender did. There's just you can feel the quality difference.
Yeah, usually in the frets are a little gritty. It doesn't, or even like the touch points of the guitar, like the knobs and the switch, just don't feel as nice. Or the tremolo arm will kind of wobble a little bit, which, to be fair, on that American Ultra Luxe Vintage Strat, it does the same thing. Like the tremolo.
That's why they come with that little spring.
Yeah, this is the modern 2-point tremolo where the tremolo arm just pops into the bridge, and it just like wobbles in there.
Some of those have a set screw.
Yeah, I looked. It's a set screw.
Really?
It's just kind of wobbly. It's wobbly. Anyways, I agree with 90% of this take.
Yeah, I think that, hey, if you want to get into those shapes, that's awesome. And like you said, there are a ton of really cool shapes that you can't get from Fender, either like offset stuff with different bridges, or, you know, now they have like Affinity Jaguars and stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of stripped down. So there's a lot of variety in Squier. But I think the thing about Squier will probably ring true for most of us in our guitar life is you'll get one, you play it, you'll love it, you upgrade it, and then eventually you think, I'm going to get a Fender.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
an
you go
alternative.
yeah, exactly.
You go to Sir, you'll go to PRS, you'll go to something else. Yeah. I agree with that. All right, cool. Well, if you want to submit a hot take for us to read on the show, and potentially in a hot take episode, email us, dippedintone@gmail.com. Put hot take in your subject line so we know what you're talking to us about. And then,
just someone sending us a seemingly like angrily worded email about their opinion.
Yeah.
Like,
What is this? What are you talking about? Oh, hot take. Got it. Yeah. Nice. Okay. How are we going to do this? How are we getting into this?
Well, Addison, what do you think?
Okay, so today's let me just share. You guys are gonna dip each other's rigs today, and Zach, you've got a couple different options, right? You got kind of two things, and Rhett, where'd you end up? Did you end up with just one?
I've got one submitted, and then we can talk about the second option and kind of like build it maybe live.
Okay, Zach, I think you should go first. And then we'll sandwich Rhett in between, and then we can finish with your other one, maybe.
Now, we should be clear here. We're going full dipped rules here, meaning like no holds barred, not being nice. We're giving our honest and open opinion on this, correct?
Yes.
Great.
So buckle up.
Wait, and this is to make sure when other people watch their rigs get dipped and you guys totally tear them apart. That
I know that's the thing.
It's an even playing field even with each other.
It is an even playing field. Like people have been getting upset with us over the last few rig dips because we have not been very kind, but we've been honest, and that's the thing. When you submit your rig to be dipped, which join our Patreon if you would like to submit your rig, we're going to be honest, no holds barred. So.
Well, I'm just going to start with, so basically I thought I'm going to make two rigs. I want to make the rig that I've been playing a lot recently.
Yep.
And then if Rhett and I had, like, if someone called and said, hey, you got to come to a gig, what are you bringing? Then I made that rig. So we'll start with the thing I've actually been playing a lot recently, and I just kind of finished building. Here we go.
Ooh.
Doink. There it is. So this is, if I was in Metallica in 1986, basically this would be the rig. And that's what this kind of is. So for those listening, This is kind of my James Hetfield rig, circa 1986. So I have the Mesa Boogie Mark II C++ with a Marshall cab, which has been re-speakered because the Mesa only has 4 and 8 out.
Right. Yeah.
Out.
You were telling me this.
So that Marshall is just a single 16 ohm in, and it had the G1265 or 75s. And for whatever reason, I just didn't like it. So I put some Warehouse Veteran 30s, which is like their version of a Celestion Vintage 30, in that cab, and it sounds incredible. That is sitting next to
Hell yeah,
a
Phil.
Roland Jazz Chorus. I have an ABY box. Let me see if I can zoom in here. ABY box, you can kind of see it. The little radial. So I can have either or. And really, this is not like a wet dry or anything like this. This is clean or dirty. Like that's how I'm running it. In the Mesa, we've got my little Puppet Master EQ, which goes in the loop. That is like what they used in the studio for Master of Puppets and Justice for All that. In front of all of it, we have my vintage Crybaby Wah, a TS9, and then also in the loop of the Mesa is the Roland DM 101. That's just, I don't use that for Metallica stuff really. That's just there because it's fun. And then the guitars, my 80s White Explorer with EMGs and the Kirk Hammett Flying V bone stock. And that is the rig that I've been playing the most recently. So,
okay. Why are you doubling up on the EQ on the 2C++? Because you've got the, what is that, the
Right.
5-band parametric on the front. So why add a second EQ in the loop?
right. So when they were in the studio, Fleming Rasmussen, the producer of Master of Puppets and Justice, he hated James's guitar sound. And so what he did is he had these like 500 rack unit EQ that he just plugged right into the loop of his Mesa so he could like tailor it further. And what that EQ does when it's in the loop, you can really shift the treble, middle, bass frequencies and change like the amount of gain for each one of those frequencies. But it also just beefs up the entire like gain of the amp in the power section and just makes it aggressive in a different way. It's funny because like you put all the knobs where they should be and you start playing, you're like, oh, that's it. And you put that EQ, which is designed to be that EQ, in the loop and turn it on. And then it's just like instantaneous how it takes the sound and then makes it not only bigger, but a little more aggressive and tighter, which is like the ultimate goal of this amp. And the Mesa Mark II C++ is like the fastest playing amp I've ever played. There's no sag. It's almost like it's crazy that it's tube because it's just so tight. You know, as soon as
is it tube rectified?
The string, I don't know. Probably not. I'd have to.
Because that would be even more impressive if it was tube rectified and it still had that like super like fast transient response kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Rob in the chat's like, where's all the power supplies? I didn't want to plug all that crap up.
Yeah. So, okay. That's the next question I have. So again, the rules of rig dipping is that you have to submit a rig that you would gig with, which
yes,
this is, but I doubt you would show up with all your shit just piled up on top of the amp. So where's the board? How would you run this though? That's my
no. Like seriously, if I had to do like, let's say I had a Metallica gig, right? If I was doing or I was in any like heavy like a pop punk gig or anything like that,
right.
and I needed like both amps, like the Roland Jazz Chorus is just set with chorus on, little reverb, clean. You know,
sure.
In the second channel, that it's done. You don't have to do anything. It's like it sounds like every record that amp has ever been used on. Done. But the guitar would probably go into the TS9 with a battery, or sorry, into the wah with a battery, into the TS9 with a battery, just on the floor. That doesn't bother me. I've gigged many times with just pedals on the floor, and then to the ABY box, which would, I guess, I mean,
that's an active ABY, so you need power for that.
Yeah,
and
or maybe I would. Yeah, I mean, I have a Chox, so I would probably use that. And then, honestly, like. I don't adjust delay like in songs either. Like every time I've ever gigged, the delay is on for the song or it's off. So I would just leave the delay on top of the Mesa with the EQ up there, and I'd have a power supply back there, and it would all be running through the loop. Because the EQ is always on, and then the delay, if it's on a tune, it would be always on.
Okay. All right. I kind of hate that, but I see it. I get it. Right. That works.
Have you ever gigged with just pedals on the floor, no power supply?
No, because whenever I've always like traveled, meaning like even when I've been playing locally, like when I started playing in bars and stuff, I was playing full time. So I was like bouncing between different venues, sometimes more than once in the same night. So I just needed something that was like easy to pack up and go. And then when I got there, easy to unpack and go. And so that's why having a power supply and a pedal board and everything's important, or being on tour. It's like and I know people do it, and I know, whatever. But I think that would be okay if you had like a one-off Metallica tribute show, right?
I mean, it's it's 3 pedals.
Yeah.
Like on the floor, really. I mean, and I was in punk bands and stuff when I was like 15, 16. And so like, I remember the moment I got an SKB powered pedal board, the big plastic one with all the things at the top. And I was like, I have made it. But before that, it was still just like batteries.
Oh
and
man,
stuff.
you just
so
unlocked a core memory. My first pedal board ever that I got when I was in music school was one of those Boss plastic clamshell boards that had the foam cutouts for the Boss pedals. And I didn't own any Boss pedals. So I just like stuffed my pedals on top of it with the janky power supply and everything. Sounded horrible. So noisy.
Yeah.
But
Well, in the chat, James asked how I set the chorus on the Jazz Chorus. Jazz Chorus doesn't have chorus settings. Chorus is just on. You can't adjust the speed or the depth.
Yeah.
You can on the vibrato, but the chorus is just fixed.
Okay.
But yeah, so I mean, like this to me it's absurd. It's insanely loud.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And it sounds incredible. And it does way more than just Metallica. I mean, like you have the delay in the loop, you turn the gain down, and it's like every big classic distortion sound, like that, real distortion sound. It does a lot.
Okay. I'm having a hard time with this because there's a lot of things that I really like here. I love the Jazz Chorus, love the JC120. I've never played the 2C++, but from what I've heard about it and seen about it, it's rad. It's sick. Love the 412. The guitars are cool. Not typically my style of thing, but I think it fits the vibe. I also love the aesthetic that you shot this like in the shop. It's very, very gray. Here's my problem. I'm trying to decide how I want to say this. I can't stand Metallica.
I know.
I can't stand them. I'm sorry. I know that they're the favorite band for a lot of people, and I totally respect that. I sent Zach a reel on Instagram the other night of them playing somewhere. It was in some tent somewhere, and Lars Ulrich was just playing a quarter note on the hi-hat and was almost a 16th note ahead of everyone else. And you could see like James and the guys like looking around. I'm sorry. I just don't understand how that band is as big as they are when Lars Ulrich is the drummer. I'm going to get some hate. I understand that. Conversely, I also sent Zach a reel. We talk about this a lot. Our different takes on Metallica. Who was it that I sent you a reel of where they had a fill-in drummer?
Oh yeah. I don't know exactly. Matthew would know, but
it was he was a well-known drummer and I can't remember. And they sounded incredible. And I heard this clip of a live show with an actual drummer and was like, oh dude, this kicks ass. This is awesome. I now realize why I've never liked Metallica. It's because of Lars Ulrich. And I know that's not a super hot take. A lot of people feel that way, but yeah.
Well, and that's kind of the thing. And like judging Metallica solely by like clips of Lars kind of messing up.
It's not even that though. It's like, okay, so that's the live side. It's also the records for me. I've tried. That's one of those bands where like, how you have tastes in food, for example, like there's certain foods that you just don't like. And every few years I'll decide to try like a pickle to see if my tastes have changed. And every time I try a piece of a pickle, I'm like, this sucks. I hate everything about this. That's how I feel about Metallica. It's like I
Yeah.
try and check back in, and I go listen to like Ride the Lightning or something, and it just doesn't. I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me.
No, I get it. And like, it's funny because it's like, they are, when they started, they're a thrash band. It's just like, it's just loud and fast and like trying to keep up. It's punk on speed. Basically.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, when I was like 16 or 15 or whatever, when I first heard Metallica, like when I first like listened to Metallica, because I couldn't escape it. You couldn't like avoid Enter Sandman and all that stuff when I was a kid. But when I dove into it, it just like it clicked with me. And as I've gotten older, I've realized how much I loved like the first 4 records. And it just, I don't know, it's something really fun. And just like, I think Lars definitely is the most polarizing part of it. And then after that, Kirk, I think people throw a lot of shade at Kirk. And give him a lot of crap for like his new stuff. Cause I do think like the solos on the newer records they're not crafted. He's just like going for it, which is hit or miss. But like the old stuff, I don't know.
I don't have a problem with Kirk's playing or anything like that. And it's just like, every time I see a live clip of Metallica, I'm just like, what are we doing here? Yeah. What are we doing? When I was in high school, my sort of introduction to like heavier music was like Maylene and the Sons of Disaster, and because they were kind of a local band, I think. And then like Job for a Cowboy and all that kind of stuff. I sort of skipped over the Metallica phase. Okay. Yeah. This is why I'm having a hard time, because I'm having a hard time separating my distaste for Metallica from this rig. So I'm going to.
Well, I mean, it is 100% except for that delay pedal.
Right. But like to your point, this will do way more than just Metallica stuff. Right.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Love the amp setup. I like the switching. I think the guitars are cool. I think there's just too much crossover here. And it feels a little cosplay to me. It feels a little bit like this is leaning into the Metallica thing a little too hard for me. So what I would like to say is keep the Explorer with the EMGs. That's rad. Ditch the V. That flying V doesn't. It looks, something about it looks weird. It looks like a Chibson to me.
I think it might be the photograph. You can't see like the ply on the pickguard.
Yeah, it's not the pickguard.
I mean, it's right here. Should I get it?
I mean, I don't know if seeing it twice on my screen is going to make me feel different about it, but we'll give it a shot.
I don't know.
Yeah,
this is flying V.
Yeah, it's okay. It's cool. I would say.
I mean, it's supposed to be an 80, so it's not like
I think
nothing fancy.
I would ditch the V for something else. I would go maybe something single coil here, but not like a straight up Strat or Telly, because I don't think that fits the vibe. Although with the jazz chorus, James is on the right track here. I think a Super Strat, an HSS Super Strat with a Floyd, because you don't have a tremolo here, and you could lean into the 80s vibe with a cool like I don't know, pick your poison of Super Strat, pick your flavor of Super Strat, maybe a Kramer even to kind of keep with the Gibson-y sort of theme here. Amps are rad. You got to put a pedal board together. Just a small little 1-row pedal train flat thing with just an easy power supply underneath. Call it done. And here's the thing. You're probably expecting me to shit on the Tube Screamer, but I'm not going to. Because in this setting, I actually think this is one of the areas where the Tube Screamer does really well. In front of the Mesa, where its job is essentially to tighten up the low end of the gain. Because you're not going to use the Tube Screamer for gain in front of that amp. You're getting all your gain from the amp itself. But they can kind of fall apart. The low end can get flabby, especially through that 412. And so
it's a boost for solos.
Yeah, but it also does tighten the low end. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So that's cool. I think that works here. EQ in the loop. Okay, I get it. Does the thing. This is hard.
You're not going to offend me.
No. It's north of 5 for sure.
Okay, maybe you are.
It's I got to give this a 7.0 flat.
Man,
It's a cool rig. It's a cool rig. It's a little cosplay for me in its current form. I think you change those things around, get you a pedal board, and then you're pushing towards a 9.
have you ever done cosplay?
No.
It's the best.
I just don't know what I would be.
Right. Like,
Is that the point? Like,
no. But the thing about this is like how I feel about being a Ghostbuster, like for Halloween.
right.
Like we do Boo at the Zoo in Nashville, and Morgan, Graham, and I throw on our uniforms and we walk around and you feel like a superhero. Everyone's face lights up and they get so excited and you feel like someone else, and it lets you be a little more free in a way. And that's what this does for me, because it takes everything else that all my associations with how I play guitar and lets me focus on one thing and do that and be loud and have fun. And so this is definitely not a normal rig, but this is the thing lately that has given me the most excitement about the instrument.
No, here's what I like about it.
It is cosplay.
No, and that's totally fair, totally valid. What I like about it is because I'm not a Metallica fan, I don't know about like what gear they used. And so like if I rolled into a gig, into a venue, and I saw this rig sitting on the stage, my thought wouldn't be like, oh, it's the James Hetfield thing. I would just say like, that's pretty sick setup. I like that.
Right. Well, you'll play it next time you're here.
I do want to play that Mesa for real. I want to check that
Well,
out.
we're going to play all of it.
I mean, yeah, I've played jazz courses before. They're awesome. They're really, really cool. If you, I feel like, I mean, they're legendary amps. People know about the jazz chorus, right? But I feel like a lot of people haven't played them, and maybe they think because they're solid state that they suck or something. They do not suck. The JC series is not even the 120. There was a smaller one too, right? A 50.
There's a bunch.
Yeah,
There's a bunch.
dude, they're awesome.
And honestly, I kind of like the distortion on it now. It's not over the top, but like it does something. And it takes pedals really well. It's kind of shocking. Okay, do you want to move on to your rig?
Yeah.
Okay, where should we start? Because you sent a bunch of photographs.
Well, okay, because it was kind of hard, right? Like,
right.
we decided to do what we've been playing recently, and I've just been playing in my studio a lot. So I've just tried to collect in a space.
Hold on. I just thought of this, and the chat said too. Addison, do you have anything to add to my my guitar setup here?
This is for what you're trying to go for. I think this is awesome. It is totally not for me though, in any way, shape, or form. I love the 120. I've played one of those before a couple times. Those are brilliant. I love your delay pedal. Pretty much everything else is not. It's not for me. Although I will say, Explorers are freaking cool. But for what you're doing, I'm like, yeah, I totally get it. I completely understand. Somebody in the chat said, I also just want to give this pedal a shout out. James says, in 2025, there's no reason to have an EQ that isn't the Empress Para EQ on there, which is
this is a copy of something specific,
and that's why I wanted to say it, because it was a very specific point you had, and so everything here you're targeting a very specific thing. So I'm with Rhett on the Flying V though. I don't. Do
you see what I'm saying? There's something a little like uncanny valley about it.
Yeah. It's honestly like some of the Mickey Mouse 335s kind of feel like that to me sometimes, where you're like, is that what I think that is? Right. Yeah.
It's like when you notice that the SG is slightly offset for the first time, and then you can never unsee it.
Wait,
we not talked about this?
No.
Okay.
Hold on.
And you know what's really weird is they made them symmetrical and they look weird when they did that.
I'm about to be absolutely mind blown right now. Oh my gosh, I can see it from here.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. This is a total derailment of...
It's all right. So, do you see it?
Yes.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
There you go.
Wow. Is anyone else out there? Am I the only one? Surely not.
I think it's just you.
Sam says, "Day ruined." It is just me. I'm usually one for details, but my goodness,
I know it's hard to see. It's hard to see. It's only when you look at it
Wow.
pretty much straight on do you see it.
Yeah. Yeah. In the 70s, they made them like symmetrical, and it looks
Weird.
bad.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for an education. Wow. Okay. This is great. Okay. So here's my, for what you're going for, Zach, 10 out of 10. For me personally, -4.
Whoa. Okay. Man.
Damn.
My average just went way down.
See, now that's interesting
All right.
because it's like I for what you're going for, I completely agree with Addison. It's awesome. But like I could totally play this rig. Like I could have a lot of fun with this rig.
Yeah. It's hard to play.
Yeah.
Is
It's
it because,
legitimately hard to play.
what about it's hard to play?
Because it's so, I mean, like, there's no, well, on the Mesa, there's no delay or
Yeah.
reverb. It's bone dry.
Okay.
And it's, like I said, it's so fast, you can't hide.
Yeah.
So if you're playing, all this stuff or anything,
Yeah.
if you miss a note, it just like sucks.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's also the trade-off is that like you're moving. Does the Mesa do the thump thing through that 412,
Oh, yeah.
like the low end, like thud?
Matthew calls it the woo.
Yeah. Dude, that's my favorite thing that big amps do through 412s is that thump. It's the like the transient, like when your pick sort of falls off the string, this low end, and it seems like it's 100 hertz or lower, just kick out of the 412 cab, and it's almost like you can lean back on it. It's sick. Okay. I can't wait for this.
So let's just start with this.
Yeah. Okay.
Because what in the world is going on?
This is what I've been playing most of recently here in the studio. So I'm going through kind of an 80s thing right now.
Same.
Yep. Clearly. And it's not nostalgia because I wasn't alive in the 80s and didn't experience it. And I've never really gotten into a lot of that sort of 80s, what is it called? AOR? Like synthy stuff? I've seen RJ talk about it. There's a name for it. Anyways, I'm just getting interested in that stuff right now. I've never owned a Floyd Rose guitar, so I recently got one. I've been playing the shit out of that. And yeah, this is what I've been playing the most of recently. So Drew in the chat says Rhett strictly plays 80s Joel. That's right.
So let's like break down this. So whereas I had 2 amps with a small number of pedals and just 2 guitars, you got 4 guitars. For those listening, 4 guitars, a bunch of pedals. And then I think you're kind of running through 1 amp.
Yeah. Disregard like the stuff in the background, like the 388 and all the other shit. That's just there. That's not part of the rig. The rig is the pedal board, the guitars, and then the 2 amps behind the triple caster there.
Okay. So let's start with the guitars. So tell the folks what you got here.
All right. So starting on the left side of the image, got the PRS Silver Sky, which I've had for about a month now. And honestly, I've been playing the shit out of it. It's pretty great.
Is it a Strat?
It is a Strat, straight up. Although, so did you know that the shape is different? Speaking of shapes, what do you mean? Oh yeah. I didn't notice this.
You don't think I notice things? I'm like the most OCD person.
Here's another thing. So I didn't realize this until when I got this guitar, I did a live stream and was playing through it. And someone asked like, oh, does the top horn join the neck at a different place than the Fender does? And sure enough, it does. This top horn is shaped slightly differently. So this is not a straight up Strat body. No. And to be honest with you, now that I've seen it, I actually think I like this shape slightly better than the traditional Strat shape. I think the top horn being a little thinner and a little longer looks better to me. So yeah, straight up Silver Sky, USA, standard. I've been playing it a lot. The fingerboard radius, I'm kind of going back and forth on. I love the neck shape. Fingerboard radius is TBD, and the pickups I may end up swapping out, but I've been playing that a lot.
I don't think you can swap the pickups. Well, unless you routed it.
What do you mean?
The pickups on a Silver Sky, I believe, on the core are like, you know how normally on a Strat pickup, the bottom's kind of V-shaped?
Well, like the bottom's like a plate. What do you mean?
Yeah, but like the flat work on the bottom of the Strat pickup kind of like
yeah. Like
down.
Yeah.
Those are just the shape of the cover, I believe.
Are you serious?
And Paul doesn't want you to change those pickups.
I hate that. I absolutely hate that. Are you?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Mm-hmm. But I think that the Silver Sky sounds the most like a vintage Strat that I've ever heard from a new guitar.
I
played a lot.
One of the biggest things I don't like about that guitar are the pickups. I don't like the pickups.
It's weird.
Oh my God. Okay. See, just when I started to like come around on PRS, I was like really starting to feel it a little bit. It's like, you know what, actually, and then damn it. Okay. Well, anyways, next up is a new guitar. I just got it last week. Friedman Super Strat.
Yes.
Double hum with a Floyd Rose, pink, black over pink with a nice relic there, which is really cool. First time owning a Floyd Rose guitar. I need to dial in the setup a little bit more. And I want to put 9s on it, but that seems like such a pain in the ass to do that I've been avoiding it.
Rhett texted me about this, and I sent him like a small novella on how to do it. And yeah, it's a commitment, but you can do it.
Yeah. It's just, boy, howdy, is it a pain in the ass. It is fun dive bombing though, and not having to worry about going out of tune. And I don't know exactly what pickups are in that guitar. I need to look at the spec sheet, but they are hot. Yeah. I was playing through the Axe Effects the other day and clipping the input of the Axe Effects, like with just the pickups. Triple caster, Fender, Third Man. I love it. It's rad. I've been playing it all the time. The Filtertron in the bridge is one of my favorite bridge pickup sounds that I have. It's super good. And then of course the Saris J, classic. So
have you reliced that anymore from in the amount of time you've had it, or is it pretty much?
Maybe the relic job is so heavy on it that it's hard. I would have to look at a detailed picture of it, of when I first got it, and compare it to now. It does need a fret job. That's for sure.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
But we've been talking about this a lot at the shop. I have never needed to refret a guitar yet. So I don't know. That's wild. But you play a lot heavier than I do. So.
Well, yeah, and I've had that guitar since 2017, and it's been basically my main guitar since then. So
right, yeah,
it's been rode hard, put away wet.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So do you want to dive into pedals?
Let's go to pedals. Yep. So this is the rig that I did with XTS earlier this year. I've made a few changes here, penny for scale, and yeah. So it's pretty much the same as what Barry and the guys up there built for me. I have changed the fuzz out. That's the Fox Rocks CC Hybrid 2, which I bought on recommendation from one Joshua Heath Scott. Addison, do you?
Who?
Yeah.
Who are you talking
JHS pedals.
Oh yeah. Oh, is that
I don't want to brag,
who
but
makes
like,
this pedal?
well, no, he doesn't make
upstart.
it. But anyway, my close personal friend Joshua Heath Scott recommended this for me, so I just
cool.
No, it's really cool. Fox Rocks Hybrid
They make
2.
great stuff.
It's just a killer, straight down the middle of the road fuzz. I think everything else on this top row is stock. I do have so. If you haven't seen, XTS in Nashville built this board for me. There's the interfacer box at the top, which is really cool. So what they've done is there's 2 loops in there. You can plug in the effects loop of an amplifier, and it will automatically switch the routing of your pedal board. So pretty much everything on the top row of the board, minus the preamp Mark II, switches to go into the effects loop of the amp automatically. So when you plug in an effects loop, send and return, there's some relays in that box that flip over, and it puts those 3 pedals, the Boss Delay, the HX1, and the Duophony, into the effects loop, which is sick.
Interesting.
And then I have an external loop, which I'm running the EchoFix FET compressor 1176. Phenomenal compressor. Phenomenal. And I'm not traditionally a compressor guy, but I've been using that a lot because it adds a nice boost. Nice fat compression, and then when I'm not using that, I throw the Fates in there, which is honestly seriously great chorus.
Thank you.
Analog Bucket Brigade, right?
All Bucket Brigade, baby.
Yeah, it's
real deal.
Phenomenal chorus.
Had you never played it?
No.
Okay, yeah. I toiled over the sound and the voicing of that thing, and I'm really happy with it. It didn't sell Like, it didn't set the world on fire, but we still got them. MythosPedals.com.
Yeah, it's probably going to earn a spot on this board. I'm gonna change a few things around coming up. But then if we flip the top of the board open, the only change I've made here is went back to the Timmy. I had the rat, the JHS rat. What do they call it? Pack rat in there.
Rat.
Cool. Argonaut. Really great.
There it is.
Yep. The Dark World reverb. That's one of the things I'm going to change. I don't love it. Then the GFI Synesthesia, one of the most slept on pedals out there. Dual modulation. You can do all kinds of stuff with it. It's really rad. And then the Beam Splitter from Old Blood Noise. Killer distortion. Does all kinds of weird, crazy shit. And yeah.
And then all of that's going into this?
Yes. So this is the Synergy head, which lets you swap out different preamp modules. So right now I've got the Soldano SLO 2 in there. And what I've been doing recently with both the Synergy and the Rev combo underneath it, they both have a DI line out on the back with speaker emulation. So the Synergy has impulse responses, those 4 slots on the right that you can load and swap out IRs on. And then the Joey Landreth has a 2 notes system in it. And this is how I've been playing guitar mostly. It's just silent in the room, direct through one of my preamps and then into the board, so to speak. And it's rad. Both amps have effects loops. The Rev is cool. It's a little bit lower gain, a little more traditional sounding. And it has a 25 watt setting or 5 watt setting. So if I do want to use the speaker and not blow my eardrums out, I can put it on 5 watts. Killer.
Nice. And so that's the whole rig right there, right?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and like, this is like how you like create when you play guitar. This is like the thing that you need to do your thing.
It's like I have some go-to sounds programmed into the switcher, into the RJM. If I just like want to play and not think about it, I have some like starter sounds, like a clean starter, a vibey ambient starter, a lo-fi kind of thing. And I'll just turn that on and go. But then if I want to create something, I can go to basically like a blank slate on everything and start just like doing stuff.
Yeah. And the people in your Discord, I think, have been saying that I need to come down there and we flip the script. Because normally I'm trying to convince you that, a 3-knob tube screamer is good, but they want you to convince me that, a pedal with more knobs than resistors works.
I don't think I can.
For me.
I don't think I can.
I think I'm creative enough to make
it's
music
not it's not creative. It's not a lack of creativity or anything like that. Yeah. That's not it. It's like how do you choose to create? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I like this stuff. I like finding sounds. I like tweaking and tinkering with stuff. Dylan Adams is the same way. He and I have had this conversation a lot. He just wants to plug into an amp and play.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's what gets me going. And we're running a little long here, but so, man, this one's hard for me too, because like for you and for what you try to do, it is a 10, like just like what Addison said about my rig. But Addison, what are your thoughts about Rhett's setup?
Phil from 40 Watt said this rig gives me so much anxiety. I can relate to that a little bit. There's a little bit too much going on for me, but I totally understand where you're going with this, Rhett. That's again for your purpose. It's like it's kind of perfect. I gotta deduct points for the Timmy. For some reason, I just don't like that pedal. I don't like that pedal.
That's a hot take.
It's a hot take. That's another hot take for this week. So, and then, the triple caster's cool. The Friedman looks cool. I feel like maybe, I don't know, go for something a little more traditional and lose points to the Timmy. It's a cool board. It's a cool board for what you do. It's a little too much for my brain.
I throw a number out there. I want to hear that number.
All right, so I gave Zach 10 out of 10 and a -4, which averages to a 6. I'm going to give this one... also, same with the amps. I didn't love those. I'm going to go 6.5.
Oof. Hey, okay. It's better than Zach. That's all I care about. Here's the thing about the pedal board. Everyone looks at that pedal board and they go, oh my God, so much. You don't have to use all of it. Like most of the time, I'm using only 2 or 3 things at a time. If you turned everything on that board, it would sound like ass. It would not be like a usable sound at all. It's just about having options, you know?
Yeah. I mean, for me, okay. Yeah. Dipping rig. What would I change? What would you
change? How much time do we have?
I like all the guitars. I kind of would want to see more like a set of more traditional humbuckers. I think you could use that, you know, but it's not like you don't have them laying around.
Oh yeah.
But in this photo, the board stresses me out too. It really does. I think I could obviously I could understand it and get my head around using it. But for me, I don't really, I'm not crazy about that Joey amp.
Same.
I think it's pretty cool for what it is, and it definitely serves a lot of function. But sonically, I've not played one and been totally blown away by it yet. But time may tell.
It's not the best. I'm not saying this is like the end all be all rig for me. I mean, over my shoulder, I've got my 2-rock there and divided by 13 and stuff. And I've been playing that stuff too. It's just when I'm coming in here to sit down and play guitar most recently, this is what I've been doing. And I'm setting the Joey up basically as a clean pedal platform. And then the Synergy is the SLO, and it's like the high gain shredder thing.
Yeah. I want to give it 6.9420. That's what I'm going to give it.
Sick, dude. Tight.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's fun.
It's so funny, man. Like the difference. See, that board eases my mind a little bit. Like when I look at it, and I understand it's a lot. If you look at all that shit and you go, Jesus Christ, like what, it's like how some people will look at a recording console or whatever and just see that sea of knobs and be like, oh my God, what is that? But actually it's like, if you just know what one channel does, then you know what the whole board does pretty much.
Yeah.
And for me, like when we built this thing, I really just only focus on the mastermind switcher. And like that's once the sounds are programmed, I just kind of bounce through presets. And when I'm playing live, that's awesome because all my sounds are pretty much programmed and I just like hit one button and everything gets taken care of. I don't have to tap dance. I don't have to worry about it. It's just done.
Is it weird that I don't like seeing, like, I know the bridge thing makes a lot of sense, but I hate not seeing stuff down there. I like seeing all my pedals. I don't know.
Yeah, I get it. If we didn't have that though,
clear.
this thing would be obscenely large. There would be like no case. It'd be like a twin mattress, basically.
Yeah.
Can you fly with that? How heavy is that?
Yeah. It's in the because I have the Pelican Air case. It's
nice.
41 pounds with cables in it.
Not bad at all. So before we dip one last rig, like a viewer's rig, here's my B rig.
Oh yeah. Yes.
So this is, if someone called and said, hey Zach, you got a gig, you're gonna come play, this is what I would take. And look at that, there's a pedal board and cables and everything's already there.
Now for context, we talked about this. This is if you and I were playing together. If we if we landed a gig where we're the two guitar players and we're playing whatever the hell we would play together, this is what you would bring.
Yeah, this is it. So I'd bring my custom shop Esquire with the left-handed bridge, which I think is cool. Every Telecaster should just have that. It makes more sense. My 59 reissue 335 with throwbacks. The pedal board is a pink wah-wah. It's the pinkest wah-wah pedal I've ever seen that I modded. So it's all Zachified. Strobostomp, the 1N34A Mjolnir with the OG diodes, the Space, the RE202. Is that? Or yeah. Space Echo, and then my 2-rock Bloomfield drive.
Yeah.
And that's it.
So to complement this rig, I would go Strat and a Les Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Amp wise, I don't have anything comparable in like a combo. I would want to bring my 2-rock, but how many watts is the Bloomfield drive?
It's 40, but it's loud enough.
Okay. So I'd probably,
and I like the saturation from the amp,
I'd bring my 2-rock as well. The classic reverb signature, run it at 50 watts. So we're not like fighting each other. And then I would also put a small board together. And for me, I'd have an octave fuzz. I would have an analog delay. I'd probably have the Benson analog delay.
Uh-huh.
I'd have I would put the probably the Herculean or the Argo Boost Deluxe on for my drive options.
Yeah.
And maybe some kind of modulation, maybe a flint. So I get a little reverb, a little tremolo. That'd be it.
Easy peasy. Yeah, I feel like both of our like grab and go rigs are 10 out of 10.
Yeah, oh for sure. Yeah, that's a banger rig right there.
I set all this up in the shop and I was like, oh, that looks pretty good.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot. Nice.
So let's wrap this up. I have Mr. Matt M's rig. Check this out. Boy, howdy.
Matt.
Let me pull up his email. He also wrote a small novella. So I'm going to try to just gloss over this so we can figure out what he's got. Matt sent us his rig. A 3-piece instrumental band. Been together 13 years. That's awesome. More of an upbeat Floyd sound. We took a rap rock detour and then played for a local rapper. That's kind of cool.
All right.
Anyway, he needs to cover a lot of ground. So he's got a Les Paul Custom 57 reissue, a Ventera Road Worn Telly in Sonic Blue.
Cool.
Rad. Not a reissue, a 59 Gibson ES 345. So that's, I gotta look at that again. That's really cool.
Yeah, dude.
That's really cool.
It's okay. We'll talk about it in a second.
Yeah. His amps, his main gigging amp is a hand-wired clone of an AC30 top boost. Oh, not pictured. Okay. And then he's got a 67 Princeton Reverb drip edge. And on the pedal board, Ibanez Mini Flanger.
It's pronounced flanger, but
Flanger. I'm sorry. The Boss ES. What is that one? His ES5. His email is very, very detailed. We got a Rat 2. We've got, this email. I wanted to show the email because it's all the sentences are very long. If you want to have us dip a rig, just put what it is. I don't need to know how it works.
We're
I just
so
need
picky.
to know what's on it.
We're so like,
well,
no, I get it. I get it.
He says he's got a, I'm just going to look at the picture. Royal Blue Overdrive, Boss TR2, an HX1, the Strymon Volante, a Pantheon. There's some handmade thing down there. And then the
it's aluminum, I think.
Yep. Strobo Stomp. The bottom homemade pedal is a clone of a Triangle Big Muff.
Okay.
So I think that's it. And he's using the switcher.
Yeah, the Boss switcher. I've got one of those. Those Boss switchers are great. Wow. Okay. That 345, that's got to be a refin, right? Because it's 59. They didn't do the walnut brown in 59, right?
Yeah. No, it'd have to be unless it's such a faded red. That red on the maple just turned that brownish color.
Maybe that is because I have seen SGs will do that. They'll go that brown.
They can. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, that's pretty rad. It'd have 59, have PAFs, have a Veritones to be out of phase.
Which is cool.
But that's, it's cool.
Damn.
Split parallelogram, inlays, stereo. Is
the 345 cooler than the 335?
No.
Is it though?
No, I think the 335. I like the 345. No.
Yeah,
335 is just cool. It's just so simple. I love a 345 and a 355, but I don't know. I think a 335 is a better guitar. I don't like the Veritone. I hate the out of phase stereo thing.
No, I get it. It's more complicated. It's a pain in the ass. Wow. Okay. Black Les Paul, great. Telly, great. What more do you need here?
Right.
Answer: nothing. Maybe a Strat, but
yeah,
Telly's getting there. You'll be fine. You'll be all right.
Get there. Cool. A 67 drip edge Princeton Reverb, kind of classic. It's not going to be the loudest thing in the world to do every gig, but you're going to be loud enough for most drummers, especially if you're just in a 3-piece instrumental group.
Here's the thing. I think Matt probably is really good at guitar, not because he has nice gear, but because he has very well curated gear. Like there's not a sort of blind spot anywhere in this for a gigging, working guitar player who's got a specific sound, a specific thing in mind. Like this is sick. The only thing that I can find is I think you got a little redundancy going on with the tremolo pedal and the HX1.
Yeah.
I don't think we need both of those unless you're running tremolo a lot and you want to do it at the same time as something on the HX1, but I don't think we need both there.
And you have it on the amp too.
Yeah, exactly. Got it on the amp. I would ditch the tremolo and not even replace it with something. I would ditch the tremolo and just give that board a little more breathing room. Like, let the pedals kind of spread out a little bit so they're not so tightly packed together, because that is going to be a pain in the ass when a pedal or when a cable goes down on a gig.
Yeah.
Trying to figure that out. But other than that, this is killer.
Almost all your ground's covered here. I've never played the Pantheon. You guys know I'm not a big blues driver thing. And then the Royal Blue Overdrive. I think those are pretty good. I haven't played a lot of the Mad Professor stuff
I haven't either.
in a while. But everything else, I mean, it's like pretty rock solid. And the guitars, I mean, I would just go for the bigger amp. But I
don't know,
like
man. I feel like for gigging, like that's all you really need. It depends on how loud the drummer is and what kind of venues they're playing. But dude, you stick a mic in front of that Princeton, and that's all you need. And then the nice thing about the Princeton is I bet Matt doesn't get told to turn down a lot. And
Probably not.
I bet he gets that amp right in the sweet spot, and it's not too loud. It's not overpowering anyone on stage, and he doesn't have sound guys breathing down his neck.
He did say his main amp was a hand-wired AC30 though.
Yeah.
Didn't he? In that?
Yeah.
A modern one though?
No, it's a clone. It's a hand-wired clone.
Oh,
So that's cool.
damn.
I like that.
Hell yeah, Matt.
Well, what are we rating this one, fellas?
I got to give it a 10, dude.
You're going 10?
Yeah, man. This one's right up my alley. Right up my alley.
Yeah.
The switcher on there too, like, and the selection of pedals into that amp, like, yeah, dude.
Needs a Mythos Envy. Needs some sort of tube screamer on there, I want to give it a 9. I like it, but I think if it had the AC30, then it'd be.
Yeah, the AC30
I
would be rad.
I don't really like Princeton's that much. I think they're too small.
This one has a 10-inch? It hasn't been modded for 12?
Probably.
He didn't say. If he didn't say in that detailed email, then probably has a 10.
It's probably just still a 10.
Yeah, I get it, but still.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay.
Damn, dude.
So there we go. That was very self-indulgent.
Hey. Well, if you're still watching at this point, you either loved it or you hated it, and we appreciate you either way.
Yeah, if you've watched this long into the video and you hate us, then you are just helping our YouTube metrics so much.
Hey, man, watch time is watch time,
That's right.
The hate watch is just as valuable as someone who enjoyed it. So,
well, thanks again to our sponsor of this episode, Sweetwater. A lot of the gear you're going to see in this episode, you can get at Sweetwater. And if there's anything in the world that you're itching for, chances are you can get it there too. So head to Sweetwater, follow the links down in the description below, and check out whatever it is you're jonesing for.
Yeah. Do we want to do a fast shill?
I have something.
All right.
I have something.
I got something too right here.
Okay.
All right. I'll go first. So,
okay.
Good friend of mine, Samurai Guitarist. You know him as Samurai Guitarist on YouTube. Government name is Steve. Has been working on this project for the last, I think, 3.5 years, and it finally launched this week. But he launched his own guitar brand called Otera Guitars, and I just want to shout him out because I'm incredibly proud of him. He's a close friend of mine, and I sort of watched this whole thing unfold from like the very genesis of the idea to the first drawing to the first prototype. And so to see it here is really cool, and I'm really proud of him. It's awesome. This is his idea of like his ideal guitar, and it's really, really good, genuinely really good. Built by Court in Indonesia. The fit and finish is great. The neck feels great. The fretwork is solid. Seymour Duncan pickups, brass saddles on the Tele style bridge. Like it's got everything you want. And I think the price is right too. I think they're like $12.99 US, but there's only 100 being made of this first run, which by the time this episode comes out, these will definitely be sold out. So I don't know what his plans are in terms of like doing another run or anything like that. But yeah, shout out to a good friend of mine who started a guitar company. So neat.
I like it. As another bit of self-indulgence, I'm going to self-shill something. So you guys know I like modding stuff. Now High Voltage is doing our own wiring kits. So I'm I'm
Hell yeah.
soldering these up. Les Paul,
Yeah,
Telecaster. God, my hands are shaking. Sorry. And then Stratocasters.
That's awesome, man.
So if you want to upgrade your guitar, you can go to High
Wait,
Voltage
did you
and
get the
check it out.
laser cutter?
No. So I had a friend cut these for me.
Oh,
And they're MDF. And so when they show up, they smell like,
isn't there formaldehyde in MDF?
I don't know. It smells good though.
I think there is. Don't smell that.
it smells so
Don't
good.
do that.
It smells like potpourri at like your grandma's house.
it's
Like, no joke.
potpourri
It
in your
shows
ass.
up-
What are you doing?
and there's like a big stack of them, and we unwrap it, and it's like, it smells so good.
Chat, am I crazy? Because I remember like when we started the studio build a few years ago, we were using MDF for something, and
It's all singed on the-
MDF contains formaldehyde.
Oh man,
It's
formaldehyde.
used as a glue.
yeah, don't smell that, kids.
It just smells like sawdust.
Don't huff glue. It's just
Zach's
What?
still going.
well, it is sawdust, right? It's just compressed sawdust with
Yeah.
with formaldehyde in it.
With glue, and
Well-
it's awesome.
There's formaldehyde in the glue.
Okay, well, we're gonna have to get off here because I got to go spray some paint in a bag and breathe it real quick.
Yeah, okay, great. That's what we're talking about in the bonus episode today. Join our Patreon if you want to see us talk about huff and glue, I guess, in the Patreon. We're joking. Don't do that. We might get demonetized now on YouTube because we're talking about that. Now that I think about it, but
We're not huffing glue.
we're not. Google. We're not huff and glue. Please.
Don't huff the glue.
Thanks everyone for watching. We'll see the patrons over in the bonus episode, and we'll catch the rest of y'all next week.
Bye bye.